Oran, looking back in that game, I think maybe ruthlessness in the attacking sense is probably the big difference.
Yeah, frustrating, and it's something we work a lot on. It's the hardest part of the game, is putting the ball in the back of the net, and I don't think we can complain about the amount of opportunities we've created today, the amount of chances we've had, and I would think possibly they maybe had less opportunities than us, but when they got in there they've just put the ball in the back of the net, and it's something we work on week in, week out, and it's something we've got to continue to aspire to do, but in simple terms, goals are big moments in games, and have big moments in games, and we've got to make sure that we take our chances when they come.
And what can you take from this game today?
There was a lot we can take. I think this season, like every year we've 4 centre halves at the club for whatever reasons. I think we've had one fit for the last few weeks and whatever else, and we've very much been a 3. We like to be a 3 sometimes. It allows you maybe at times to get 2 strikers on the pitch. We also we've been a 4 for big parts of seasons as well, and like being a 4 as well. And I think realistically this season we haven't been in a position where we've been able to play. Stevie O's been out, Kieran Farren's been out, Graham's missed a couple of weeks. Darren's been just getting himself back to fitness. It's nearly been musical chairs in there, and today was the first chance we had with 2 fit centre halves to be able to give us that basis in there, and it's nice just to go and approach a game from a different way and see how it looked that way.
Obviously, we're without 5 or 6 players through injury, and I know you're not using that as an excuse, but do you think we'll get anything back anytime soon?
Hopefully, and again, I think the rule particularly today is a competition that we said it before the game, yes they're the holders, but we'd have loved to have gone and got a result today and possibly get an away day, which is something different, and it's good for the fans, it's good for everybody, and so ideally we were and want it to be as strong as possible. We also have to be a realisation that we're 5 or 6 games into the league, and that by playing people with aches, pains and niggles, there comes a point then maybe where it becomes more serious and people miss 3, 4, 5 weeks. So, we've a few players in that boat that we had to be really careful of, and sadly it's just where we're at. We've got to protect those guys and make sure that they're ready for bread and butter.
Obviously with those setbacks, Shannon Devine came on today, and I thought he'd done really well in the second half.
Yeah, listen, he's trained really well, and he's a really good attitude, and he probably plays higher on up the pitch at his own age group, and that's why we give him a wee look in at centre midfield. Didn't want it to be a bad experience for him. Dean Jarvis has played in there bits and pieces before, so happy to throw him in there. And I thought particularly when he went to left back, I thought both defensively and attackingly, he acquitted himself well. 16 years of age, it's great experience for him, and we've got to try and keep, when we can, getting minutes and loading experience into him.
And finally, next week, you're sit here at the showgrounds and you'll be looking to get the league campaign up and running again.
Absolutely, and probably barring the first 15 minutes of the second half, I thought, and it happens, we struggled to think of the earliness of their goal in the second half, and it took us 10 minutes probably to get a hold again. But we've got to go out and just drive a performance again and really get kicked on in the league.
Cheers, Ron.
Thank you.